Hello there. You're probably wondering what I have in my hands here. Well, we're going to build a shoulder holster today. I've done it once before. Nothing I've sold. I actually bought this harness like 5 years ago to try and do a little bit of, R&D and figure out what I want to do. And I'll tell you, I talked with a lot of manufacturers that make their own harness because I didn't want to go this route. But no one wanted to work with me because I was competition. Whatever. So it's either make my own leather harnesses or just buy some already made. So for this instance where this is going to a really good friend of mine, he's got a wedding on Sunday. We've been planning this for a little bit now. So let's go ahead and make a shoulder rig for a 1911. So let's see what we can make happen. So relatively easy after we think about it a little bit. The magazine carrier is going to be a little bit of a harder part, but we're going to build this for a 1911. The molds I have is for a 5-inch. The gun is actually a 4 1/4, I think it is. But what we're going to do anyway is, so we don't have material wrapped around the muzzle and then off, I'm actually going to cut it flat to the 4 1/4 length. That way, one, it's going to be an open bottom, but it doesn't protrude past the article of clothing. So in this instance, it's going to be a jacket. Not to mention, it's also 30 degrees up here at night, in high 50s, low 60s during the day. So it is definitely sweatshirt and jacket weather because it's 40 degrees outside right now. So I got the 5-inch. We have the PALEHORSE mold. All we're going to need is a T-blocking because this fits the Blackhawk setup or the Tech Lock. It is the same on it, which is, if you're more familiar, it's about, think of it as a mini Safariland setup. So you just got right here, you got a pivot hole, and then you got a 3-position on 2 separate locations. So you could go ahead and cant it whichever way you want. But we are going to be doing this harness so that it's sitting horizontal instead of up and down. Both have its drawbacks, both have its pros and cons. But this particular one, we're going to be going, instead of this way, we're going to be going this way. So it's a small gun, and it's a lot easier to come out and punch than it is to come up and then punch. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's grab a T-blocking, and let's get this going. Oven's on, so we just got a little bit of time. This is a little random. I just want to point it out. I just got in a Staccato HD P4. Right, and because I'm making a inside the waistband with the TLR8 with this, but look at the rear post. Look how tiny it is. It looks like a hemorrhoid on top of the slide. But anyways, I just had to say that. So I'm going to be scanning this with the TLR8 and then making a split for it. That way I can get it to the customer as well. But like I said, I got a ton of scans that I'm working on, and they're going good. I had one failure, but we're pushing through it and fixing that and moving on. But anyways, T-blocking, mold. Let's do it. And just like making a holster, I put it where you have enough room to get a good purchase so your knuckles aren't dragging, or you don't have to dig in or anything, or if it's too high, it's going to flop. Now, when we're doing this, it's going to be directly under the armpit, and it's going to be to like here. So if we are too far forward, it's going to stick out the chest. If we're too far back, it's going to stick out the back. So right where we normally would put it for this particular setup, I think would be perfect. So I'm not going to put it on top of that. I'm going to put it right up against it and move it over just a hair. And that's going to be the location of that. I'm going to put blocking underneath it, throw some tape on it. And then once our oven gets to 380 degrees, I got to do a cycle, because it's 55 degrees in the shop, which means that everything is ambient temperature. So cold foam will suck it right out, the heat right out of the element. So you want to go ahead and do some of that. So look at that, perfect right there. Now all I have to do is tape it. And I just want to point out, it's like 76 days till Christmas. Just saying. Where's the knife? That's not a knife. Oh, I just used it. That's a knife. Go. Get that right in there. And then wrap around it so the Kydex doesn't get under it. Perfect. All right, now it's just a waiting game. So we'll get back to it. Now this is just going simple black. It's already in the press. It was up to temperature. We're already set up right here. So it's just a waiting game right now. It'll pull it out when it reaches 370 degrees. We'll form it. I'm not doing any level 2 or anything like that. No strap, no hood, no nothing, because the retention should be enough to hold it in place. But like I said, this is the first one, a little bit of R&D. It's not going to be perfectly parallel. I'm going to have it angled up just a hair, but it is fully adjustable. So we're going to go from there, see how it works for him, and then maybe I'll start offering it in the future. I did grab a left hand and a right hand harness. Obviously, we're using the right-handed harness today, and so I'll have the left one left over for another version. But this will work with any taco style mold that you have or holster that I make. And then the mag carrier, once that gets out, we're going to do the same thing. I don't have a double mag carrier for the 1911, but I have a single. So if you do 2 singles together, that'll give you your double because there's no folding. So we're going to do that shortly after. And there we are right there. Bada bing. Looking good. Now I'm just going to go take this time. Let's throw some holes in it. The retention holes. Those nubs are like non-existent. I'm gonna have to put like roll pins in there or something. They are busted off. Alright, but luckily I can still see them. Alright. Alright, now, I don't have a trim jig for this, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the circumference. I'll cut this U out, and then we're going to fold it around the 5-inch, and then go from there. Alright, I threw some eyelets in it. We're going to go ahead and fold this baby. And now that we are folded, let's go ahead and do our cut. So, like I said, I'm gonna cut it right here for now. Line everything up where we want it. And there we go. Go ahead and cut it out. Now we're going to go ahead and throw it together. I do want it to be as small as it can be, as in as close to the harness as we can do. So most likely we're going to do 1/4 inch, and so there's some suspension. I'm going to do 1/4 inch and then 0.4375 and then really crank down on them. So I'm going to go ahead, throw that in there. Now there's a couple other things you can do as well, as in quick detach setups. You can do a quick detach, but that's going to add girth to it, so it will stick out more if you do that. So let's stick all this together. All right, throw this together. Throw these guys on here. All right, now we got our harness. Okay, this is the side, and this is going to sit just like that. So let's go ahead and throw on the pivot one. Alright, now with this on my shoulder, let's do it all the way back. Actually, you know what? Let's just throw it in the center for now. I think the center is going to be slightly up, and the back is going to be... There we go. And we'll throw this on, see how it feels. Alright, let's poke this on. Now, I got a sweatshirt on, so we'll figure it out after. Alright, here we go. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I just did that backwards, but I did not. All right. Oh, now that that's on, let's get you guys so you can see. All right, so this obviously goes around your belt. You know what? We're taking the sweatshirt off. Yeah, it's chilly. All right, so let's see here. This goes around here. All right, now this is a little bit lower on me. We already sized it for my buddy that's going to be wearing it. So here we go. We got that right there. And of course, like so. So there we are. Now we can, let's see here. We can adjust it. We can go up one, which I think that's going to be actually perfect on him. So we'll leave that be. And so we're going to move on to this side right here. Now, obviously, when you strap this side, it'll bring this side up. And, but yeah, so that's how it's looking so far. I'll tell you what, after doing that scene, that little piece that I did right there, I'm going back to the gym. I have I ended up finding a home gym on Facebook Marketplace. It's been gathering dust and used as a shelf for about a little bit now. So, yeah, I'm going to be cleaning that off because this needs to go. Magazine time. Let's do it. So the magazine is going to be two different ways. I'm going to go ahead and grab some rubber bushings for one side, but this, as this sits right now, this can be pressed, and then I'm going to have to run the other side. But to do this first, and to get everything we're going to need, these are coming out. All right, and then what I'm going to do, yeah, so that's pretty much centered right there. So I'll hold that in place. So the top ones don't matter, but I'll mark them anyway. There you are. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get 1/8 inch rubber bushings. All right, and what we'll do first is I'm going to grab some scrap Kydex. And let's get this going first. And then since we got to add to this side, so let's do this side and then we'll do another. So I'm going to go ahead, put this in the press, and then I'll add this on here. Now for this setup, I'm going to take some double-sided tape here, put these bushings on it. Ow, stab myself in the thumb. Alright, now I'm going to take the backer off here. And I'm going to put it right where I marked. Come on, here we go. All right, that's number 2. And while that other piece is in the press heating up right now, I just went ahead and I drilled out for the MRDs, and then we're gonna go ahead and we'll cut it out after we set this up. So we're just gonna make 2 of these with the backing just being a little different for what we're doing. No big deal. But we just have to add a couple things to get it right. Now, with this one that's going to be mounted sideways, we have to put it sideways. And what I'm going to do is get my pencil, and I'm going to mark the first one in the center, so we use that as an alignment, right? So, there we go. Mark, mark, mark. There. So now I know to drill those areas to make it fit that. So we'll go ahead and drill the center of these. All right, then I already trimmed one, so we'll go ahead trim the other. And then we're going to throw it all together. Let's go. All right, now we get to throw it together. All right, set that aside. All right, let's get to building. Last part of this rig. This one. There's 2, 3, and 4. I do that because they're not wide enough to fit the particular posts that I use. You can buy posts that do fit them. They're called the MRD posts, go figure. The reason why I don't do it is I got enough hardware I have to keep track of. So I wasn't going to add another one. But they are available at Holstersmith. So, all right, let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Oh, before we lose this guy, we'll just set those inside. All right, so this is the back side. This is going to be the side towards your body. Oh, you know what? I have to hit these with the buffer wheel first. All right, now we're good to go. Back side. All right. So back side, we'll go ahead. Here we are. Let's get some magic blue juice, or purple juice rather. I'm just going to put them in here loose until we get the other side in. Bada bing. Now, because this is originally a fold over, what we're going to do is we're actually going to put another bolt in here so they slides down, and that'll do a couple things. It'll alleviate some of the slack, but it'll stop it from, when you tighten it, it's going to spread apart, and we don't want that. So let's go ahead, put it right in the center. And we got 1/4 inch, 0.4375. Throw the 1/4 inch in there. Line up the hole. I'm going to throw some purple juice on this as well. Okay. Now the good thing about this mold is you could do it either which way. 1911 magazine is pretty good. That's locked in. Yep, so you can have however tight or however loose you want it. All right. We got 4, 4, and 4. Definitely would have probably been easier to throw these ones in while I had it apart, but hindsight is 20/20. Yep. Yeah, I ain't getting that in there. All right, so hey, plot twist. Before the glue sets, there we go. All right. Okay. Throw this guy in. All right, now this is the side where the stuff gets mounted. This is the bottom. We're not going to be up and down. We're going to be this way. There we are. Oh, am I going the right direction? Yes, I am. That would suck. They're backwards, you know. Alright, so this one you can't really go too tight on because, well, depending on the size of your screws, you'll go through and hit the magazine. And you don't want to do that. All right, so let's try this on now. Set you up at a little bit of an angle. There we are. Awkward. All right. Look what I did. I put them backwards. All right, let's flip it. Dumbass. All right, I just flipped it. Let's try this again. First one's always tough to build because you got to work out the kinks. All right, attach. Ooh, look at that. A little bit of an upward angle. I like that. So, let's do it the right way. All right. Now let's throw this on. Again, this isn't sized for me. It's sized for my buddy. And these are elastic, which is really nice. They go on the inside of the belt, then they loop around. All right, now, obviously, if it was me, this would be up higher. It's going to be sitting like that for me, but this is what it is. So, okay, pretend this is here. Pull, yada yada, punch, do our thing. And then magazine. So, let's see here. If I was... see, if I'm doing this, I'll figure out if I want to go up or down. If I'm down, then I could just straight out and then up. If they're up, I'd have to cup. Yeah, so I'm going to go down with them. So I can throw that there. This is why it's nice to be able to adjust it on the fly. Go a little tighter in this one. All right, so that's there. Double mag. Bam, got him fat. All right, so bada bing, and then do I have a jacket up here? I don't think I do. But, so as you can see, it's actually not that bad. If this was sized for me, like I said, this is going to be up here. It is concealable. Pull, locked in, and then you got your mags, which those guys, they ain't falling out. So you got to pull them out. So that's pretty good. Honestly, I like it. And if I get enough interest in them, I'll start purchasing more of these. The reason why I haven't gone with these is I didn't want, let me fix you guys. I didn't want to do kind of like a cheap nylon, but honestly, it's comfortable and it kind of disappears. Like I can't even feel that it's on right now, given it's not sized for me at the moment, but it is what it is. So if there's enough interest, I will add more. Like I'll add them to the website. Obviously it's holster plus double mag carrier or another holster plus harness, so it is going to be up there a little bit, but it is fully adjustable. And again, they are available in left and right hand. It's just been a while since I've seen the price of these, and most likely with everything they've gone up. But not too bad. I'm liking it. All right, so all in all, not too bad. There is a couple things that I got to do. I'm going to probably put another bolt in the bottom here. That way it doesn't flail or flare, but this is actually pretty damn good. So here is pretty much just what the package looks like when you get them. So Blackhawk tells you you got small, medium, large, and then what it is. So it's just literally the harness, and it's built for the Serpa holster. But as a holster manufacturer, you could do that with anything. So you could also put on the Tech-Lock wheel, so you could adjust the cant. You could do a lot, but just remember, the more you add, the thicker it's going to be. So you're going to be walking around like this. But it's wintertime, so it's full-size carry season. So this is I'm liking this. It's actually not too bad. So but like I said, if there's enough interest, I'm gonna go ahead, I'll throw them on the website and see what it is. So you know, the strap, the level 2 strap is going to be I'm going to have to think about that, because there's not a lot of retention on certain lights, and obviously you're going to want retention. So a level 2 strap, and it's not going to be the spring leveled one. It's going to be literally the thumb release, where so as it's sitting here, you'll have to smack it, and then you can pull it. So, but yeah, it's going to be, there'll be options. So we'll see. maybe I'll throw them on the website. Like I said, if there's enough interest from you guys, I'll do that. But now you know, as a holster maker, for the guys that do this as well, you know that it is a possibility to just go ahead, buy a harness, and retrofit it with what you have. If you have access to leather harnesses or someone who makes leather harnesses, absolutely go that route. Just remember, leather's expensive, and so is the work that goes into it. So, but this opens up a lot more doors, and it's something that I keep getting asked if I offer, and I keep saying I'm toying with it, but I haven't actually done it. So here's the first one. I'm showing it to you guys, and we're gonna go from there. So let me know what you think. Let me know if it's something you would build, or if this is something you would rock, and also to those who do build them, offer them to your customers. So I'm gonna go ahead, yeah, I'm gonna wait for some feedback. I'm gonna do a little bit more work on this, as in I'm just gonna put another bolt right here, because you can see it flared at the bottom. It's closed at the top, flared at the bottom. I'm just gonna put another bolt in there so it holds pretty good. But other than that, I have no problems with this. I actually like it, and we're gonna fit it to my buddy when he gets here tomorrow. So yeah, looking forward to it. Huge shout out to Holster Smith and Knife Kits. They provided everything you see except for the harness. You know, I bought the harness. I don't even remember where I got it. That's how long ago I bought them. But again, Blackhawk. So you could do an internet search, Google search, and you can find out where they are. But it is, it's 9 o'clock at night, Friday night. I'm exhausted. I've been working till 3 or 4 a.m. every night this week. So I'm actually going to go in, take a hot shower, have some hot chocolate, and I'm going to bed. So on that note, I have a lot to do, no time to do it, except for nap. I'm going to go nap. I will see you guys on the next one. I appreciate all of you. See you later. Love you. Bye.